All right, guys, quick injury update for you guys going into the game. Garrett Bradbury will be out. He's continuing to progress, coming off the little setback with the car accident that took place. He's feeling good. We expect to have him back. It's just kind of a day-to-day, week-to-week thing right now, but he is progressing in a really good way. Cam Dantzler and Eric Kendricks will both go in questionable. Cam was limited today. Eric Kendricks did get a full day of practice in, really progressing well. And then you've got Brian, Asamoah, Patrick Jones, and Adam Thielen, all full, will go in with no injury designations. Excited for this weekend's opportunity for our team coming off of emotional victory last week. We've talked a lot this week about trying to have a mentality to win one football game this week, regardless of anything we accomplished, which is just goal number one of trying to win our division, which we were able to do. But my job is to get this team mentally prepared to play, our best possible game we can play our most consistent game yet. We're still hunting that as a team, as a coaching staff, and really good football team coming in, talented in all three phases, really well coached in all three phases. So we've got to have a really strong performance, and hoping our home crowd there, winter whiteout, can be electric for us this weekend, because we're going to need them.
That ankle, or what happened with him?
He just had a play yesterday in practice. I definitely would not classify it as that. He was able to still kind of come out today and be limited in a capacity that we were able to see him move around and do some things. So we'll see how he turns over. Wasn't too sore today, and it'll just be a matter of kind of how he feels going into Saturday.
Do you think, just to be sure, you might start Duke Shelley on Saturday?
Yeah, we'll kind of have that conversation. But yeah, Cam's been trying to work his way back from that injury, and I couldn't tell you if it was a different spot or true re-aggravation as much as just kind of a little tweak that happened. And, Duke played really well last week for us. He's competitive. I know if Duke gets his number called, he'll be ready to go.
Cam, or even Darisaw coming off the concussion, you guys have held people back when they don't have a full week of practice.
Yeah.
Is there like just an approach there that you guys would rather have?
Well, I think CD's case was just a little bit different, just in regards to what his injury was, and making sure we're doing right by him, and just being extra cautious with CD in that particular circumstance. But it really should be the same way in all regards. It's just when guys have more of a lower body or shoulder or whatever it is, sometimes you can work through those in a way where you can still go out there and be with your teammates, and it's just on us to get with those guys and the trainers and our sports performance people, and just make sure that we're putting the best possible team we can out there to try to win a game this weekend.
Is there a plan yet for Irv Smith in terms of opening his window to practice?
Yeah, I mean, he was out here working with the trainers again today, just flying around. He looks really good, so I'll get with Kwesi and continue to kind of figure out what that looks like for Irv. But as I've said to you guys before, just so much credit to him, how he's attacked this process, and hopefully we can get him back with us soon.
Kevin, Kyrus Tonga has pleed about 30 snaps per game in the last couple of weeks.
Yeah.
I guess, what has he done to earn those opportunities?
I just think you guys probably feel it too. I just think he plays with a level of physicality in the run game, that knockback that you look for. It shows up on tape. You consistently see him splitting double teams. You consistently see him get push into people's run games that allows EK and Jordan and Brian to go run and try to make tackles. He's transitioned to rushing off of the hardest job sometimes for those D linemen are transitioning from playing a gap mentality in the run game and trying to do their job to, okay, it's play pass or it's drop back pass. Can I transition now to go try to get the quarterback? And he's showing some real flashes of that as well. So every time he goes out, having not been with us for the full time, you just see a little bit of growth each and every time he goes out, and he's been a real plus for us and our defense.
How do you evaluate Ed Ingram's season so far? I mean, are you seeing improvement, or
Yes.
is it up and down, or what?
Yeah, I think anytime he's played a lot of snaps, he's had a lot of experience against some really good players to learn from, both, coming out of games, being able to watch the tape and really try to come back out and work technique and fundamentals to maybe correct some things. Schematically, I think he's done a good job this year, absorbing a lot for a rookie in an offense where we ask our guys to do a lot, multiple plays at the line and multiple plays in the huddle that they've got to be ready to just switch gears. Kirk's going to snap the ball and let's go type of thing. So I think we've seen some growth, Chris, in some moments, whether it's run or pass game. Now, for me, it's just I've challenged him just consistency. How many snaps in a row can you put it together? Can you start games fast so you don't have to then lock back in as the game goes on? Because, like I told you guys, I don't think we get that thing done last week without some of the performances on the O-line, and Ed was definitely one of those guys.
I think we saw in the video just what it meant for Andrew to be selected. I don't know, can you just speak to what it was like hearing that he got selected?
Yeah, first and foremost, when he won the fan vote, I was really excited. Credit to our fan base for recognizing Andrew and helping him win that vote. But then, a lot of which comes from there is from players and coaches that are recognizing what he does on the field, his consistency, and then the really cool thing for me, he's been one of those guys I've really relied on for his leadership and mentorship of some of our younger players. So when he gets recognized like that, it was a really cool moment for really all of us. You guys saw how the team responded to that, so definitely a credit to him. As well as Justin and Zadarius being starters, and Kirk and TJ being a part of that team. On the first ballot is our first listing of that was really cool to see 5 players, and we had so many more deserving players that I know those 5 guys going know how much of a team recognition that is. So we'll credit to those guys, and hopefully we'll have more guys in future years.
Sounds like Wink Martindale gave you a nickname yesterday.
It did sound like that. I've known him for a while and had some great dialogue with him, throughout the years. And he's been one of those guys that, as an offensive coach in this league, you have so much respect for what he does. With his team, what he does coaching football, but as far as nicknames and comparisons go, I think he does fall a little short there. But I've always really admired the way he coaches defense, the way his guys play, the aggressiveness they play with. It's going to be a challenge going against him. It always is. As I told him that, we've kind of exchanged some, text messages here and there. Just our relationships, it's more than just this week. And it will be after this week. I won't hold that comment against him for too long.
Text message before or after his comments
It was
yesterday?
after.
You have a comparable for him, maybe like a Jeff Bridges or something?
I might pass that one along, but I'll just leave it at that.
I've got a more mundane Giants question. Just how much of a measuring stick is this, a potential playoff team, and what do you think about the fact, it's a possible also first-round playoff foe?
Yeah, I think you can clearly see that they've put themselves in position as a team to be in the mix, and will be, they're a problem to deal with in every phase of the game. So when anytime you're playing a game, against a team like this, it's very, very easy to just focus on the here and now. I think we've got to try to go out and play our best game, our most competitive, consistent game, because we're going to need it against this team, and then we'll see how everything shakes out. But it's easy to flip on the tape and see why this is a playoff caliber team for sure. Thanks, guys.